G'day guys, Daniel here, DJC Sports on Twitter. Just going to go through a couple of questions which you guys have sent in over the last week. I'll go through 4 again. Seems to be a number which I can address without going too long and keep you guys interested somewhat. First question, C.A. Baker. What ceiling do you think Ryan Flaherty has? What do you think he can achieve in the 2014 season? I'll give you some numbers to start with. As you all know, Flaherty struggled early on last year and bounced back pretty well. In March and April last year, he hit 125, followed by hitting 182 in May. June he did pretty well. He's hitting about 260 from memory, and he was pretty solid for the remainder of the season. He ended up finishing the season hitting 224. He definitely had some clutch hits later in the year as well, some home runs late in games, which certainly were crucial to having the Orioles win a few. Even in extra base hits, doubles, I remember a few of them as well, which were again crucial in getting the O's over the line. So I think Flaherty has a lot of potential, and I think everyone, or certainly the fan base, seems to have put his troubles at the start of last season behind him. He's also very good with the glove. And I certainly think he's going to be starting at second base, and I think he'll be there most of the year. In terms of what numbers he can put up, he's certainly capable of hitting 20 home runs if he plays the whole season, at least. And he, if he can, 260, hit somewhere between 250, 260, similar to Hardy in recent years, and what McLeod produced last year. I think he's going to be very handy down the bottom of the order. So yeah, that's where I think Flaherty's ceiling's at. Thanks for your question. Next one comes in from Juice. Sorry, I don't know your real name. I assume it's not Juice. Apologies if it is. When do you think Dylan Bundy will be ready to be a consistent starter? Obviously, he's recovering from some injuries at the moment. I think it's not going to be this season. I don't even know if he will appear later in the season in relief. I think he's going to need at least 1 or 2 more years in the minors. Best case scenario 2015, I think. But even then, whether he's going to be a consistent starter for the O's, I'm not sure if he'll quite be ready. So let's go either 2015 or 2016. I'd say he'll be ready and in the Orioles rotation. Thanks, Juice. Peter, how much will the Orioles spend on their starting rotation in 2014? Obviously, it's yet to be finalised, and hopefully we can sign Santana or Ubaldo Jimenez. It looks pretty unlikely we're going to get Burnett at this stage. So assuming we don't sign them, if we end up with a rotation of Chen, Gonzalez, Tillman, Norris, and probably Zach Britton, about $11 million. I actually just tweeted about this last week. $11 million is the total spend on what would be those 5 in the starting rotation this year. So minimal, extremely minimal, and you really got to wonder if that rotation can ensure the Orioles will be competitive in the East. So let's hope something happens in the next week or two to address that, because with those 5, as wishful thinking as I can, I don't think they're going to be consistent enough to get the job done and get the Orioles into the playoffs, but we will see. Thanks, Peter, for your question. Last one, Stuart Price. Can Reimold add value to the Orioles offense? Yes, he can, definitely. Yes, he struggled with injury over the last few seasons. Here's some stats. In early 2012, prior to his injury concerns, he played 16 games. He hit 313 with an on-base percentage of 333 and a on-base plus slugging of 960. In those 16 games, he hit 5 home runs and had 10 RBIs. If Nolan Reimold can get back to that type of form, he's going to be incredibly valuable to the Orioles offense. At this stage, I think it's either him or David Lowe will be starting at left field, and I think that position will be decided based on performances over spring training games. So to answer your question, Stuart, Reimold can definitely add value to the O's. Look, guys, that's probably all I can get through for the moment. Spring training pitchers and catchers report in 2 days. Very exciting news. don't stress if we haven't signed another starting pitcher by then. It's likely, I believe, that there could be a sighting between then and the 14 or 15 days, whatever it is, until our first spring training game, which is against the Rays on 28th of February. So stay patient. I have said that quite a lot over this winter, and you're probably all going to laugh at me when we don't sign anyone, but fingers crossed something comes. Thanks, guys. Keep following me on Twitter. Any questions, let me know. Sorry if I don't get to answer all of them. I certainly make my best attempts. Thanks, guys. Take care. See ya.